Hey, Magalanium, what you doing? Well, recently I've been going through my nostalgia, and I've decided that my childhood is better than anyone else's. And well, why not make a video off of that? Like, there must be something in here. Lego stuff thing. Hey, I'm the Magalanium. Nostalgia. It's a powerful emotion that often drives and inspires our media creation. And in fact, a lot of great human movements in history have been based off nostalgia. I mean, just take a look at the Renaissance, alright? That was neckbeards who were nostalgic for a time when they just drew waifus. I mean, like, look at Leonardo da Vinci. Waifu drawer, neckbeard, look at him. Michelangelo, guy wrote Yowie in the Holy Roman Chapel. Neckbeard, alright? And nostalgia, we often look at it as something that grown men, children, take part in. But in reality, it's something that we all like to dabble in. And it's something that calls us back to a time when we were more innocent, more free to explore the world without the realities crushing our innocence. Today's nostalgia is more of a tool used by media corporations to capitalize on depressed adults who still eat children's breakfast cereals. I mean, whenever a company wants to revive a popular IP or breathe new life, they will always look at the past and reboot it with little success. Like, just take a look at the Thundercats remake. A lot of people hate it more or less because of art style and appeal to a newer generation as opposed to the older generation which grew up with it. And taking a look at the video game sphere, Call of Duty and all their yearly game franchises like FIFA or 2K usually have an added attraction of being just like the old games but with new stuff. I mean, Call of Duty for the longest time, when they were trying to change up the game formula and change up the way that movement is done, people will complain, "Oh, but boots on the ground, how about it's just like the old COD games?" as opposed to wanting to evolve. Mainly that's because of the Call of Duty franchise and their fan base being grown man-children or children who don't really want to think or do anything greater than just the bare minimum. But even so, this has been seen in other games who try to go outside of the box in what they are, but fail because the general fan base wants it to keep up the same linearity to it. This perversion and abuse of nostalgia has always proven to rake in money, but only a few good companies can actually manage to pull off good nostalgic cash grabs. Take a look at Nintendo, okay? Recently, Super Mario Odyssey, that game has single-handedly woven nostalgia into the gameplay. All the 2D sections has managed to nostalgify, that's a word, right? Nostalgify the older fan base while bringing in newer ones and making it integral to the gameplay. When I was growing up, the video game consoles that I had and systems... Hey! Wanna be quiet? So rude. I know, 90s, always trying to get in the way of everything. 90s kids this and 90s kids that. But the truth is, I grew up in the 2000s, and I had sisters who grew up in the 90s. And I had a lot of 90s technology hanging around. I mean, look at this. The N64 controller, every child who grew up with one remembers the 3-prong controllers and always has some sort of wonder to the controller. Me personally. To this day, it still stands as one of my favorite controllers to hold. And now it may seem odd, but growing up with this controller and feeling it now, it just feels so gracefully in the hands that you can very easily manage and maneuver your way around the world on the N64. Growing up, I didn't have a lot of games, and the games I did play were either single player or multiplayer, and to that point I would cry because I would lose. I was a baby. But the one game I did play, more than others, was Star Wars Rogue Squadron. Honestly, one of my favorite games on the system. That and Ocarina of Time. Let's jump into a game of Rogue Squadron, shall we? Oh, classic video games. You know, they just don't make them like they used to. Good old games that relied purely on gameplay and not allowing me to download any DLC. Also, the cool thing about this game, hello? I can boost! Of course, this game was impossible as a child. I don't know if it was because I was inept, or because, you know, the game was hard, but listen, I'm on chapter 2, buddy, so I think it's just because I was oh my... Yep. You know what? Maybe I'm just not good at the N64. Maybe that's the issue. You know, maybe no one was good at the N64. Like, come on, it was primitive primitive technology. Anyways, as I grew older, I also had a GameCube, but you know, a lot of the games I did have the GameCube were either Sonic Racing, which, given it is a good game, it's just that I kind of don't want to play it now because I've had my fair share of it. I've also had Zelda, which I've grown up playing ever since the N64. I've had Twilight Princess, which still stands to be one of my favorite Zelda games of all time. But everything changed when I got a Wii, I think in 2009. And a lot of the LEGO games that I played were substantially for the Wii. And a lot of my greatest gaming memories came from the Wii. And my favorite Star Wars game on the Wii has to be The Force Unleashed. But we're not talking about that, that's for another video. We're talking about LEGO Star Wars 3 The Clone Wars. The best LEGO game and my favorite LEGO game. LEGO Star Wars The Clone Wars. Hours of content, all for a kid. Honestly, I don't think I played this game enough as a kid. I was pretty big into LEGO, but at the same time, oh, General Kenobi. But at the same time, I never really could get past these games. Mainly because, you know, as a child, you're kind of incompetent. But when I did play these games, it was often with my brother, and for all the right reasons, because this game has a load of content that you can enjoy. First off, they have the side content inside the hub, which is, you know, you could go to different systems, and when you fly, because you could go from ship to ship, the Separatists and the Republic, there was little missions that you could do to get gold brick. Anyways, you can go outside, you can fly, you can go all the way around the ship, you can make an OC character, but they also had game modes. Specifically, the Assault, which you'll see in a minute. I don't have anyone to play with me right now. Oh yeah, and the best thing about this game is that it starts right at the end of episode 2 with the battle on Geonosis. And then it splits off to 3 separate missions following the 3 seasons of the Clone Wars. Alright, so basically, you have this giant battlefield, and your mission is to liberate the entirety of it. Right? You can command these troopers. Basically, you're having giant battles all on these multiple planets, trying to free them up. Just, you know, running over people as you do. I think the most fun you can have from this game is just shooting or running over everyone. On to the next game. Growing up with siblings, when you play video games, very often your parents would try and get video games that everyone could play. Diddy Kong Racing for the N64, Harry Potter for the GameCube, and Super Smash Bros. Brawl for the Wii. A game I've invested way too much time into, and personally, content-wise, my favorite Smash Bros. Game. Even beating out Ultimate in many different ways. The amount of side content such as Masterpieces, Subspace Emissary, and all of this trophy hunt and smash the targets and stuff like that. Sorry, I just got hit by the invisible comment telling me that since I like Brawl, I'm a massive normie and can't have an opinion on any video game anymore. Well, I'm here to tell you that your opinion is wrong, mine is a fact, and let's play some Smash Brawl. The Wii screen. Holy! Remember? Telling you to tighten your grip. Oh yeah, loading screens. That took forever. I don't actually remember having as many loading screens back in the day, but you know what? It wasn't really an issue for me, because I liked waiting. Who doesn't like waiting? Oh yes, the intro. Oh, me ma! Yee-hoo! Okay. Alright, before I get copyright strike. Smash Brawl! So you had a bunch of stuff in this. You had Stage Builder, which, you know, was omitted from Smash Ultimate. Replays for all your game chronicle, which, you know, gives you some... Look at this. It gives you a bunch of the games and the systems, and it tells you all that was released as of December 2007. It's like a library. Masterpieces where you could play like 5 seconds of Zelda. I remember trying to beat the entire Zelda game before realizing that it was a trial. 3 minutes, trophies and stickers. Who doesn't like these? Like Trophy Horde? Look at my collection. Look at that! Why is this game so damn slow? You can look at the trophies and it tells you a bit about the lore, and I don't know what's happening. Coin launcher where you could get more trophies by... Can you load, please? Look at that. Use all your coins that you earned from single player. Look at that, I got a trophy now. Zelda. Alright, cool. I got 2 things. See, Brawl had a ton of content. I don't see why anyone would hate this at all. You had Classic, All-Star, Events, Stadium, Training, Subspace, and the titular Brawl itself. Look at this. The amount of characters in this roster was... And, did you hear that?
It's showtime.
So, look, when you pick a character, it says it in the Wii remote.
Piece of cake.
Pick...
Playtime's over. Come on.
Like, this is...
Oh yeah.
How can... What? What?! I can't believe this. My childhood's ruined. Everything's ruined. Oh my god. Hey, little, I heard a lot of screaming. What's going on there? Oh, yeah, no, I'm just doing a video on my childhood. Yeah. Well, it sounds like to me, you're talking trash about Smash Ultimate, and you say you're like Smash Brawl, huh? Is that what it's about, huh? You think your childhood's better than 2019 Smash Ultimate, you dweeb? Is that what you came up here for? Because I said I liked something that you have a disdain for? Because my experiences are different from yours, and therefore my enjoyment is nullified by your enjoyment and hate of another object? Is that exactly what this is about? Huh? No, it's, no. It's more about the fact that you're a normie! Normie! I'll teach you to say you like something.